And unlike it just being a token gesture by Frank, and as we've seen by other managers, you really get a sense that there is a chance here for these players like Billy Gilmour and Maatsen, of course, with Emerson injured, to break into the squad, to get minutes later down the line. And I think a lot of them did their chances absolutely no harm tonight and really were part of a really good win. Hello there guys, what is going on? Son of Chelsea, back here again for my rational perspective on Chelsea 7, Grimsby Town 1, a rout at Stamford Bridge this evening. Just got back from the game and Chelsea getting their first win at home this season under Frank Lampard. It was a lovely night. It was a lovely night of football at Stamford Bridge. I think, as we predicted, a great chance to see returning players, debuts for young players, and just to get some confidence up, to score some goals and to get through in the Carabao Cup. And I think lots of positives. That's sort of the overarching feeling of tonight, especially when you look at some of those younger players getting their first chances in a Chelsea shirt at Stamford Bridge. And I think that is the big positive. I think when you look at the starting lineup, I was pretty close. I'm going to butcher his name, Guy, I think it was, got his first minutes for Chelsea. He was in that back two alongside Kurt Zouma. Reece James started. Marcos Alonso started, which was a surprise, but I did think some experience would be utilised by Frank in the game. And of course, Maatsen came on later in the game. Billy Gilmour basically in the Jorginho role. Ross Barkley, Pulisic, Hudson-Odoi, Pedro and Michy starting. So I thought it was a decent team. It looked more like a 4-2-3-1 with Pedro in the centre and Pulisic out wide. We started off really well. Barkley, a lovely bit of acceleration and a great finish. Good confidence moment for him. And then once again, Michy Batshuayi scoring. Reece James, I think it was, coming in from the right wing, really looked energetic, and Chelsea went at Grimsby straight away, and the quality difference was clear to see. And you almost thought Chelsea are going to absolutely breeze this and could be 3, 4 and 5 goals up before half time here. But Grimsby came back, and that is the one concern of the night, was the goal that was conceded. It was a easy ball through and a good finish, but it is a concern once again. Chelsea just seem like they can't keep clean sheets at the moment, and it's something that's going to need to change. Of course, different personnel tonight, but that is something that will be concerning. But Chelsea got a pen and really tired, I think, Grimsby in that game. Billy Gilmour, who I thought was man of the match, just spraying passes, controlling the midfield, dictating tempo, always looked like he had time and always that vision, spreading, short passes, forward passes, long balls across and to out wide to Callum Hudson-Odoi and Christian Pulisic and Reece James, his opposing fullback. I thought all round Gilmour looks so composed tonight, and you can throw it 7-1 right in the end, and the goals galore in the second half, and Callum getting a goal, and Reece getting a goal, and Zouma getting a goal, and Michy getting another goal. And you can put all the caveats on this game and say it's Grimsby Town. But the thing I'll throw back to you, although they are anomalies, and although they are real big shocks, Colchester United beating Tottenham, Manchester United having to go to penalties against Rochdale, disjointed teams can sometimes work against you. And the young team that was at the end, I think the average age of the Chelsea team by full time was just over 20 years old. And that shows you Andrew and Maatsen coming on, and I thought both of them looked bright and really took the initiative. So I think all round, I think it's once again a great positive moment for Chelsea to see a new generation of players getting chances in. Unlike it just being a token gesture by Frank, and as we've seen by other managers, you really get a sense that there is a chance here for these players like Billy Gilmour and Maatsen, of course, with Emerson injured, to break into the squad, to get minutes later down the line. And I think a lot of them did their chances absolutely no harm tonight and really were part of a really good win that I think will boost their confidence. And also, it's just real positive for the club. And yeah, I think all round, as I say, it is Grimsby. These games where you have so many changes, 11 changes it was by Frank after Sunday's game. There always is that, caveat, and you always have to sort of hold back a bit. And with a lot of players, I'd even say Reece James. Of course, we know the quality of Reece James, and I thought he looked brilliant tonight. But until I see him in a Chelsea shirt against Brighton, against, even in the Champions League, against higher opposition, it's always difficult to judge. And the same with Billy Gilmour. He had the world at his feet tonight, but against Premier League opposition, even Championship opposition, really testing him and not giving him that space. That's where we're going to find out. But he's so young as well, and that's a real positive that he took to the game so easily and look so calm and assured out there. You know, even though it is Grimsby and even though it is a League Cup side, we're expected to win and we're expected to have a lot of the ball. Some players can get overawed by it, having to play and making that step up to play in a packed Stamford Bridge crowd. It was sold out tonight. There was good atmosphere. And there was that expectation for a victory. So I think all round, I was really positive with that. Mitchie getting some goals as well. Can do himself no harm. I think that it was not surprising to see him start. And of course, Olivier Giroud, we found out was ill, so that's why he missed the last 2 games. So Mitchie getting some goals in. I don't think that puts him ahead of Tammy in any sense, but for his own confidence and really setting it to Frank and saying you can trust me off the bench. I think no harm for him. I guess the only negative really. Across from, of course, along from conceding the goal itself was Pulisic. I thought we had a few chances and he really looked like in the first half, he got an assist tonight, but he looked in the first half like he could really cause some havoc tonight, and he had that chance in the second half that I think he should have scored. I am going to throw it back and say how young he is, and he's still evolving. Once again, he's moved from America to Germany to England, 3 different cultures. So there's going to be that time and bedding in period. And I know because of the price tag, of course, people expect all young players to be like Mbappe, but all young players are not like Mbappe. And Pulisic is going to take some time, it looks like, to really get himself integrated at Chelsea. But I have the belief, I see positive signs that he'll get that chance under Frank. Like all of these players will get a chance in a good system that will be beneficial and positive to their development. And I think that's the big takeaway from tonight. But just moving away from the game, Billy Gilmore, man of the match for me. Just moving away from the game, Manchester United, of course, we get the draw at home in the next round. So that's going to be intriguing because depending on where both sides are at that time, will it be our young players against their young players? I know Mason Greenwood scored again tonight, and Chong and Gomez. Will Solskjaer play youth like I think Frank will? We're going to have to wait and see for that. But Frank's first win, let's hope it now moves on to Saturday against Brighton, where we can get our first Premier League win at home this season. Let me know your thoughts on the game in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch this video. If you did enjoy it, hit that subscribe button and a notification bell to never miss an upload. Follow me on Twitter @SonOfChelsea, and I'll see you again.